what? I think we could say this is getting cold. That's actually too cold. There we go. There's an adjustment underneath the dash that somebody tweaked with, and they have it set too low. It's not your dash adjustment. There's another hidden one that's way out of the way in the dash. But as you can see, with it operating the way it is. Okay, so right now there's a 20-degree drop across the condenser at these ambient conditions. So from our compressor, our inlet to our condenser, it gets up to 91 degrees. Our outlet, I think that was 65 degrees. So now we'll look back down at the liquid line temperature and see if that drops back down to roughly 65. And that is a drop across our condenser. This is a high efficiency micro channel. Even though this is one of the lower end universal ones, it's still a high efficiency micro channel condenser. And it's a decent sized one on top of that. Then we have our suction line, our temperature up here. And I lost connection. Okay, we'll go back over here. 17 degrees, that's too cold. That's why I have to go under the dash and see if I could reach that knob where they have it buried way hell up there to unadjust that. This has fans that come on continuously. They're not on a cycling fan switch, which they should be. If you did need to use your air conditioning on a cool day like today, it's only outdoor bulb temperature taken at this point here, 59 degrees, 59, 57, it's bouncing back and forth depending on how the air bounces around here, but we're in the 50s right now today. Our high side pressure, let it come back on again. Okay. Very low load because there's no sun coming in through the windows. It's a cool day. Look at our high side pressure. 86 degrees, 88 degrees, 89 degrees. That's too low because the fans are 100% on cycling with the compressor. And actually, to be optimal, you would have a pressure switch you would install in here and say have it cycle fans off at 150 degrees, fans turn on at say 210 degrees, 220, something like that. Kind of cycle in that mode. Unfortunately, they don't put modulating fans in here, so you can just vary up and down instead of having that hard kick in, kick out kind of thing. So that's a little issue right there. Well, going back to the other videos, you've seen the repair I did, where I hope I did. I'm not sure if there was damage on the metal or not. Checked back here for leaks again, found nothing. I have it all cleaned it off with lacquer thinner. Still have some of my nylog still stuck to that. I gotta clean that really good. The nylog will attract dust and look like a leak because it'll attract dust. But this has green dye in it, and as long as you don't see green dye, but I'm gonna try to clean that nylog off there a little better. And as you can see, the whole back of the compressor is so cold, the compressor is actually condensating. Our temperature out of the dash, right now is going into the mid to low 30s. Let's see, right there. 36, let's see where it's kicking out at. It's too low. I can tell you that. That adjustment needs to be picked up. 35 degrees. Yeah, 35 degrees is way too cold. So we have to take that back off. We're down to 12 psi on the low side. So at 12 psi and roughly 35 degrees is when the clutch is kicking out. In your temp control, your normal is up here. They use the old sliders, but okay, so this is just taking air from inside the cab, and so I'm getting 35 degrees out the vents here. And somewhere, I thought I seen it way fucking hell up here. There we go. Behind that wire, they got it hidden.
Charge them $1,000.
So that $1,000. Okay, we're doing a $1,000 charge here. That's the adjustment right there, I believe, for the lowest temperature. I think, unless they have it somewhere, I gotta find out on that. But hopefully, I could adjust that temperature up a little bit. It's 35 degrees out the dash is too cold, unless you want the girlfriend to have hard nipples. All right, guys, see you on the next one.